welcome back to The Good Tea with me, JoJo Good Mojo. In this episode, we will be reviewing The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 2. Let's just get into it. Okay, so episode opens up. We get to see Ashley with her mom. That's very sweet. Plant shopping because she has a housewarming coming up. And I think that's great. We should always celebrate, like, positive things. It's an amazing thing that she has a home or she's a homeowner and she has her own space. Commemorate that. Yes. So in this scene, we get this update that, like, apparently Michael's a new person. He's super nice. He's super respectful, super calm. And quite frankly, I think that... So, Ashley, we know this. Ashley's not going to get alimony because of her prenup. I think that she's getting, like, some type of benefit or a kickback for giving Michael good promo on RHOP. Because when he's shown up on that show, like, he's just not done that. He's been a horrible representation of himself on this show. Or maybe the producers just keep showing him in a bad light. And I think that it is now Ashley's job to, like, every time she mentions him, make sure she mentions, like, how great he is and how amazing he is. Just kind of, like, as, like, a reputation rehab. And it's like, girl, get your check, you know, pay for your house how you can. But I don't believe it. Moving on. And her mother was shocked. Her mother was supposedly shocked that Michael was this, like, newfound super great guy. And that's why I love when they have, like, family members on this show, because the family members don't do TV. You know what I'm saying? They really show up as themselves and give their real opinions. Shout out Portia Williams' family. We need to bring back that show. That was hilarious. Sorry. I love the mom. The mom asks about what's going on between the lawsuit. Michael is suing Candiace. And Ashley's just like, I have no idea. That has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm so out of the loop. And to me, it's just like, you're telling me your ex-husband is suing your coworker? No, I'm sorry, your current husband, because she's dragging her feet on the divorce. You're telling me your current husband is suing your current coworker and you're out of the loop and you have nothing to do with it? And to me, it's just like... that situation agitates me because I personally, whatever. Ashley, I hope this is her last season on the show. Like, I'm not a fan. Bravo. I really feel like the Bravo producers should step in on Candiace's behalf and dissuade or put pressure on Ashley to put pressure on Michael to drop this lawsuit, because we want Candiace on this show because she got the quick comebacks. I personally do. If I want to watch people fight, I will go watch Love and Hip Hop. I enjoy the quick banter. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when they lost Nene on Real House of Atlanta, it was very hard to get that element, to have someone who could constantly bring it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they had to bring back Phaedra. Well, they brought her back in another show, but, like, to have that element on TV. So it's like, Candiace brings that. Why would you risk losing that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's essentially what Michael is suing her over. He's suing her over her quippy comebacks, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't got that fire. So he has to come back with a lawsuit. And it's just like, whatever. Bravo, y'all need to get it together, because we want Candiace to be Candiace on TV without having to worry about a lawsuit. And then Ashley makes this comment about, like, so she doesn't know what's going on with the lawsuit, but she just knows that Candiace made some outlandish comments and you just can't say whatever you want to say. And it's just like, okay, but your friend Deborah did. Like, your friend Deborah literally lied and said that someone was trying to, like, make eyes at her. And he didn't even seem to know that she was there. Like, he didn't even look in her direction. So it's just like, if I'm Candiace, I am counter-suing. One, I think she should sue Ashley for trespassing. Two, I think that she should sue Lil Shawty for I think Chris should sue Deborah for defamation of character. Like, if we're gonna play the lawsuit game, let's play the lawsuit game. And then hopefully maybe Bravo will step in and say, hey, like, let's not, because this is stupid. But I don't want to end this on a bad note, so I will say shout out to Ashley for her green screen look. She looks amazing. Not gonna lie, when I saw pics of her at BravoCon, I was worried. And yeah, I'm confused because this season was recorded before BravoCon, so I don't really understand where the regression happened, but whatever. You looked good in your green screen. Moving on, we have Mia and Karen. So just like a reminder, end of last season, Mia was exposing Karen, and she was violating a lot of like girl code things. Someone is saying
that you were dating his best friend. You guys went to Vegas. You had sex with him in the bathroom.
Girl code number one: don't take tea from one friend group and bring it to another friend group. Like, those are separate friend groups. Whatever you learn over here is what you learn over here. How I present myself with these group of ladies may not be how I present myself with these group of ladies. So if you know I act a fool over here, that's what see me and this group over here that I act a fool with. Don't go telling everybody that I be acting a fool. That's not a friend, okay? And then, girl, you don't tell my business, period. Not on no national TV. I don't care what you think you know or what you do know. Worst case, you allude to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Jacqueline and Mia was going through it, I feel like I could be wrong. But I feel like Jacqueline was just like, because you know what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that. Don't actually say it. But do, because that's why you're on this show. Like, Mia makes good TV. But yeah, I completely understand why Karen was upset with her. What I don't understand is why Karen is so calm with her. Like, in this, like, walk that they go on, Karen is basically just like, yeah, she's open to reconciliation and they can work back towards a friendship. Even though Mia has, like, Karen was like, yeah, you tried to lie on me. And Mia was like, where did I lie? What lie? And she was like, when you said I was, like, you know, cheating on Ray and stuff like that. And she was like, that is what I heard.
And what you did and said about me was nothing but lies.
What did I say about you?
I'm not going to repeat it, Mia. You know what you did.
No, let's clear it up.
You lied when you brought back a rumor about me being with a friend of somebody.
That wasn't a lie. Someone told me that.
It wasn't.
If that's how you're coming, we're not friends. Like, there's no friendship. Karen just, like, moved right past that and was like, we can still work on our friendship. And then it's just like, is she doing a smart thing where it's like, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer? Because Mia clearly has tea, and she can do a lot of damage if she's not feeling sentimental or like attached to you. I think that's what's going on, because it just doesn't make any sense why Karen is so quick to forgive her and just like be over the situation. So that lets me know that there is some truth to what Mia said, maybe. But I also feel like Mia has lied before. She's definitely mischaracterized situations, so we will see. Also, Mia is still on this I'm not drinking alcohol kick. She said that she says she still drinks wine because since wine is in the grocery store, it's still nutritional. And it's like, college me understands that. You know? Like, that's some girl math right there. But keep it doing it. You know, I love Mia. She's a mess, but she owns her mess, you know? And then last thing on this like scene, Karen offers to facilitate like a meetup between Wendy and Mia. This Mia-Wendy situation is gonna annoy me because Mia made a comment about like how, like, when she was talking about why she stopped drinking and stuff like that, she was like, yeah, and I was on medication, so I wasn't even supposed to be drinking. So she's trying to like say, oh, I poured this drink on Wendy because I was on medication and I was mixing medication with alcohol. And Karen was like, oh, yes, because that was just so unlike you. And I was like, I don't think it was unlike you. And that's very annoying. You're not absolved of your actions because you're irresponsible. If you were irresponsible enough to take medication and mix alcohol when you weren't supposed to, okay, you still have to own the fact that, like, you assaulted someone. Don't blame the pills and the alcohol. That's agitating. You know what I'm saying? You're an adult. Take accountability. And the next scene, we get to see Candiace and her manager, and they are like meeting in Candiace's office, which is still under construction, to put politely. She's faking the groove. She's definitely fake, like the Zoom background part, or the part that you would see like with her webcam, looks cute, and then everything else is like work in progress. I'm not mad at it though. Fake it till you make it. In the meeting with her manager, we learn that she is leaving her label. We also learn that artists are like primarily financially responsible for going on tour, and she wants to take her stuff to the next level. So we're just hearing about how like it's a lot going on, and it looks like it's a hot mess a little bit, kind of like her office. Sorry. Next scene, we get to see Robyn and Juan interact again. So it looks like Robyn's like starting her day. You know, she's getting her vitamins together. We love that self-care. Hopefully it'll strengthen her bones, give her a backbone. Robyn is giving Juan a recap of the intervention. And Robyn's like, I feel like that was intervention. And it was, babe, it was. Gizelle definitely could have given Robyn a heads up. Like, hey, when we shoot this scene, we want to talk about Juan. And just like let her be able to be mentally ready to have to defend her relationship to 3 people in front of a camera crew. Like, that is just the whole catching her off guard part. I do not agree with, but I am glad that like Gizelle had that conversation. And I think Gizelle is like, she not playing. Like, she's not about to lose this check because people said that she's being too nice to Robyn. And I am not mad at that, sis. Like, do not let nobody take a bag out your hand. She asked Juan a really great question in regards to the third situation where he was photographed with the young lady at the nail salon. She was not getting her nails done, mind you. What nail salon can you just sit at, not get a service done, and just chat with your friend who was getting their nails done? Like, I don't know. They must have great customer service there. They need to drop the name of that place because I want to check that place out. But Robyn asked a really great question, and she's just like, you know, if you're already in hot water, why would you go out and do something else just to make the stuff worse? You know what I'm saying? And immediately he's like, I don't care. I don't care. He only said it once, but I said it twice because this man elevated his voice. Juan, you know what I'm saying? He is showing a lot of emotion. And my heart broke for Robyn because it's like, this man is just not thinking about how it is from your perspective at all. To me, the only way that Juan could like rehab his reputation, because I don't think he should do what Michael did and disappear, because we want to love Juan. We love Juan. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone started off as team Juan. And I feel like even when this situation happened, like, Robyn got the brunt of it. Like, we was calling her Juan's roommate. You know what I'm saying? So after they talk about the whole intervention and Juan declares that he doesn't care, Robyn asked him about like how things are going with his job search. And you know, he kind of talks about like how he's not really worried about it. Like, he knows that like he'll get another coaching job, which like I hope he gets another chance. And they kind of like touch on the lawsuit. Juan thinks that the fact that he's being named in the lawsuit's like BS. And he actually gets emotional over how much he like cares for his players and how much he loves his players. And it's like, I've never seen you get this emotional over how you talk about Robyn. And it's just like, I think Robyn felt that when the scene ended. It was kind of like he made this comment about like, oh, like I give so much, I sacrifice so much, you know what I'm saying? And then she's like, I do too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like everyone but Juan is seeing the issue here, or like seeing like, oh, that's odd, that's weird, that might hurt my feelings. Like, it's just going over his head. And again, Robyn, if that's what you want, go for it, because we don't want you getting upset now. This is the most we've seen Juan talk in the 8 seasons or the 7 seasons that this couple has been on the show. Next scene, we finally get to meet the new housewife, Nneka, and her husband, Ike. How we meet them is they just bought a house, and it's in Potomac. And it's getting renovated. It's very cute. I love Nneka. She's a force. She's a force, and she believes she's a force, and she can back it up. Quick little rundown. She's a lawyer. She's Nigerian. She has a queendom, okay? She owns multiple estates around the world, all right? So come correct. Her husband is a doctor and a nightclub owner, and I think they are so cute together because she's a lot. She's a whirlwind. Love her. But he's stable. And he can definitely match her energy, but he doesn't have to do it with her, like, intensity. I don't know how to describe it. They're very cute together. I love their dynamic. That is a real relationship. No shade. But in my last review, I mentioned that Gizelle and her man, they have a cute dynamic, but it very much gives co-hosts, co-workers. You know, like, I'm flirting with you because I'm getting paid to. Nneka and her husband, they very much give, that's my man. They really love each other. They gonna be together before the show, after the show, during the show. They locked in. I like that. And Nneka is also currently trying to have a child. So I think it's going to be a storyline later in this season or maybe next season. I feel like that was a part of Candiace's storyline. Like, trying to conceive a child, doing the IVF. And that seems like a very emotional and personal and painful process. So yeah, I wonder if like we'll continue to see how that goes. She starts her day and ends her day with some champagne. So overall, love NECA in summation. Next scene, we are seeing Wendy, and she is going to start a new talk show. And I would love if before she introduced us to a new business venture, if she gave us an update on the other business ventures, because right now it just feels like every season you're starting a new business and then we don't know anything else about it. I don't know, like, where did they go? What happens to them? So like I said, she is starting a new business, or a new business venture. She wants to do a talk show, and she doesn't really have everything figured out. Like, she knows she wants to do a talk show, but she doesn't really know the format. She doesn't really know the name, and the budget, but she does know that she's already over budget, and it's just like, this is why we need an update on your businesses, because the starts of them always are, it's so shaky, and we never know, did it get off the ground or not, or what. All right, so next scene, we get to see the ladies do Pilates in a full face of makeup, which I get it, you don't go on TV barefaced because lighting, people gonna turn you to a meme. However, let's be realistic about the activities. Why are you working out in a full face? Go out to lunch. That is what I want to see. Like, it's cute. Okay, you're doing Pilates. Great. Go horseback riding maybe. When I see them working out in a full face, I'm just like, ooh, your pores. Like, that is not good for your skin. So they're at Pilates. It's fun. The women are funny. Gizelle's hilarious, as always. Ashley got a boob job. She loves her boobs. The names are cute. Demi and Diamond. I think that's a cute little nickname situation. We also learned that Karen is about to turn 60. Karen used to stay on the show because she can create a storyline out of nothing. So apparently, like, the reason they're at Pilates is because Karen invited them because, you know, she's turning 60. She wants to take care of herself because she went and she took these tests. And just the way she built it up to make it seem like it was this very dramatic and, like, she got some heavy news. She didn't. She was fine. She has 5% buildup, which I think is, like, really good. Like, the goal is to be at 0% ideally. And then there's, like, 100%. So the fact that she's only 5% is really good. And I think she should not play like that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Don't play like that. So, like, the thing that I just find so hilarious about this scene is, like, Karen is talking about, like, you know, as me and Mia are working our way back to each other and finding our friendship, we're just not going to bring any rumors up in this group, okay? Only facts. Gizelle's response to that, which I think Gizelle deserves a cookie for being a good friend. Immediately she jumps on that and she's like, okay, so are you going to apologize to Robyn for bringing rumors to the friend group? Because even though it turned out to be true, it did bring up that rumor that, like, Juan was walking around Potomac with some chick that looked like Karen, who turned out to be the co-worker that Juan ended up being photographed with twice. So yeah, and so Karen is just like, you know, well, Robyn definitely owes me an apology, and I guess I maybe owe her an apology. And then she puts it on Gizelle to, like, facilitate that reconciliation, and which I think is, I would not ask Gizelle to facilitate any reconciliation. I would ask Gizelle to facilitate an intervention, like a house meeting type thing. But I would not ask her to, like, help me find a peaceful resolution to something or to a conflict. No shade. Ashley and Gizelle are not speaking to Candiace. Gizelle's not acknowledging Candiace's existence, which I understand. I understand why Candiace came at Gizelle so hard. Because she should. Like, Gizelle was not only playing on Candiace's marriage and her husband, but she was also low-key accusing her husband of kind of being a predator. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what he was trying to make it seem like Chris was kind of like how Michael showed up on the show and how Michael was, like, grabbing people's butts and stuff like that and, like, doing very, like, predatorial stuff. Allegedly, because I don't want him to sue me. But she tried to paint Chris in that light, and that's not cool. Fast forward to Candiace's, like, direct response to Gizelle. Gizelle deserved that reading, but Candiace read her to filth. both ladies, I understand their position, okay? Ashley's like, Candiace, I texted her and she just told me to like never reach out to her again. And I feel like Ashley, Ashley, I think she likes to throw rocks and hide her hands. Like, she'll throw a rock at you and then be like, I have no idea why they raised their voice at me. Like, she just started screaming at me. Like, oh my gosh. And it's just like, that's kind of why I don't want Ashley to come back. Like, you're not even real. You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole like fake innocent act. Who is that for? You've been on this show for a couple of seasons now. Like, we done learned your tricks. Come with something else. Which is why I like Gizelle. Gizelle is very similar. Gizelle and Ashley are cut from the same cloth. However, Gizelle owns her stuff. She knows she's a mess. She knows she's bringing the tea. If you accuse her of introducing drama into the show, she's gonna be like, yes, I am. And it's just like, cool. As long as you're owning up to like what the impact is, cool. But like, Ashley just no accountability. And then Karen is saying that she inspired Gizelle because Karen is 16 years younger than her man, and Gizelle is 17 years older than her man. Girl, I could not. Are you kidding me? Like, Karen, you did not start anything by, like, dating someone 20 years your senior, or dating someone with a significant age difference in between. Like, next scene, we see Ashley, and she's having her housewarming. It's cute. I like the setup. Like, she has a tent, very smart for seating. She has a bar with the bartender. She has food. I think she's doing it right. She's hosting a get together correctly, in my opinion. And then her hair is very cute. Like, her outfit is cute. This was a good day for Ashley on all fronts. Or it started off that way. And then at this housewarming, we also learn that Ashley's uncle is not a fan of Michael either. And it's like, if Michael really was this changed person, how come Ashley's literally the only person who knows about it? These are just the questions I have about the Darbys. You know, it just seems like everyone who knows him personally is shocked if he's like not a horrible person, except for Ashley, who's also directly financially benefiting from him or financially dependent on him. But there's probably no correlation there. So something interesting that happens is, so like Wendy, all the ladies show up. Ashley's like showing the house, like, you know, this is the living room and this is where the boys play. And like Wendy's there, and she noticed, like, I think Deborah walks in, the friend that tries to accuse Wendy's husband Eddie of being a cheater. And like Wendy's caught off guard, and I'm like, I'm caught off guard why Wendy's caught off guard, because we know that Deborah and Ashley are friends. I did not know that you and Ashley were that close. When Wendy came on this show, I thought that she would show up in the same way. Like, I thought her and Candiace were close and would be friends in the same way that Gizelle and Robyn are friends. And, like, you know, kind of ride for each other type thing. So, I don't understand why Wendy is, like, trying to, like, actively build a strong relationship with Ashley. Especially considering the impact the Darbys are trying to have on Candiace's life right now. Like, to me, that's weird. Fast forward a little bit. All the ladies are outside and they're eating and they're talking, and like Nneka comes in and like all the ladies get to meet Nneka. Everyone's a fan of her, duh. Wendy and Nneka know each other, but their interaction is super duper like awkward. And what I think it is so Nneka's a lawyer, and I know that, like, okay, I'm American. Like, my people are from the South. I'm not Nigerian. I'm not Ghanaian, Ghanaian. I'm not Caribbean. I'm American. Okay, so take what I say with a grain of salt. From my understanding, in like the Nigerian culture, the goal is to like be a doctor or a lawyer career wise. Like, that is what you want. Nneka and her husband are like the Nigerian dream. She is a lawyer. He is a doctor. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like a medical doctor. Like, he can write prescriptions. Wendy, she is a doctor. She does have a doctorate. In America, that is very impressive. But she's a doctor of philosophy. The doctor of philosophy and the doctor of medicine do not have the same footing in Nigerian culture. is what I'm gathering based off of like how Wendy had that whole thing where she felt like her mother wasn't proud of her, to like how Wendy is almost bowing to NECA is what it seems like. And NECA is very like radiant and just like Wendy came on some submissive energy, and I think NECA just came how she normally came. So I felt like the reason why it was a weird dynamic is because like Wendy feels inferior to NECA because of like other cultural things. Ashley's like, hey Wendy, can I talk to you real quick? So she pulls Wendy to, like, all the ladies are together laughing, having fun. It's literally like a very positive event. And I guess, like, I don't know, maybe something in Ashley was like, oh wait, this can't just be like a super fun gathering. They're not gonna bring me back next season because I have fun gatherings. I need to earn my paycheck. So she pulls Wendy to the side, and they go inside to talk to her living room, and Wendy is instantly positive energy. She's just like, you know, so proud of you for like getting this house, like pouring into her and just saying how grateful she is for that, her friendship with her, and and Ashley's just like, got it, yeah, okay, means a lot to me that you're saying that, and like how you're speaking so highly of me and how I am as a friend. And on that note, do you want me to tell you stuff, or like should I keep that to myself? Wendy's of course is like, no, if you know stuff, like tell me, you know what I'm saying, don't have me out here looking crazy. And basically proceeds to tell Wendy about a conversation she did have with NECA previously. And how the conversation between Ashley and NECA really went was Ashley brought up the fact that she knew Wendy, and NECA was like, oh yeah, I've met her in passing. Ashley made this, like, she kind of made a joke. She was like, oh yeah, I know Wendy, Dr. Wendy. And then NECA was like, oh, what is she the doctor of? And then she was like, you know, like the doctor of like philosophy or something like that. And then NECA was like, oh, and then fun shade. NECA made a fun shady comment about, and it was definitely influenced by their culture, you know, like, oh, she's a doctor of this, but she's not like a doctor of that. Oh, it's a difference, boo. And there is a difference, but the shade was definitely had that culture. The shade came from like a cultural place. So then Ashley then goes on to like talk about this article that she read, and apparently in this article it said that Wendy is like out, like her family are like outcasts in like the Nigerian community or something like that. And she like uses this, I think it's a word called, I don't want to say the wrong word, but I'll put it up on the screen. So she says it's like this word, and Ashley keeps talking about it, and she's like, you know, what is it? And NECA simply just explains what this term is, or like what it means to be an outcast. But she says she knows nothing about that when it comes to Wendy. Like, she does not know Wendy to be outcasted from the community. So then when Ashley goes back to tell Wendy about this conversation, Ashley makes it seem like NECA said, oh, you know, Wendy's family is an outcast. So now it's crazy energy. And I personally feel like Ashley, this is me and Ashley, we are both Black Americans. American to American Ashley, you weaponized the Nigerian culture for a storyline. It's not like you just made this comment about Wendy. You made a comment about all of Wendy's family. If someone made a comment that was disparaging and incorporated your kids and your mother, you would have an issue with it. But of course, it's cool when you do it here because it was just it was the tequila. Like, that's what I don't like. These are grown women with children making objectively horrible decisions. And instead of just being like, yeah, I did that, I made that decision, like, let me stand on that, it's like, oh, it's the alcohol. Oh, it's because I mixed alcohol with pills. Like, the way you're coming off on this show is like, you're a single mother who's a little overwhelmed with being a single mother of 2 kids, who drinks a lot, and who cannot really remember what she says. You know what I'm saying? I can't really be held accountable for what she says because she drinks so much. Like, that's how you're coming off. So, quite frankly, I think this should be the Darby's last season, because it's like, y'all are not doing reality TV well. Like, this is not how you do it. Like, these, like, negative impacts on people's lives is crazy. Maybe she just needs to go to a different show, like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, maybe she just needs to go somewhere else. So, yeah, that's how the episode ends, with Ashley lying on NECA to create drama between NECA and Wendy, the 2 Nigerian women on the show. Of course, that was never Ashley's intentions. You know, it was just the tequila and the beer. So yeah, that is season 8, episode 2 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Tune back in for a review of episode 3, because I really hope this is Ashley's last season. I don't think we need Ashley and Gizelle. They both are messy bone carriers, and Gizelle does that job very well. She does it so well. See you in the next video. Bye.